have a 21-year-old and a 2-year-old starting over. The pro to it is that I do not play that. Welcome back. I just finished having a conversation with my 21-year-old son about a change in his work schedule while I'm getting ready to go and pick his little sister up from daycare. I've talked about this before in the vlog. I have a 21-year-old and a 2-year-old. My oldest is 21. I have a 16-year-old. I have a 13, well, he just made 14 2 days ago. I have a 14-year-old and I have a 2-year-old. And I always get the comments, girl, you started all the way over, didn't you? And I did. And I have been asked, sometimes tactfully and sometimes not so tactfully, do I regret starting over? And the answer to that, is absolutely not. No, I do not. I've mentioned this before in my previous vlogs. My 3 older children are from my previous marriage. And then the baby is my husband and is our only biological child together, and I absolutely do not regret it. It's not one day that I roll over and say, what was I thinking? I just don't. I know that circumstances are not the same for everybody, but I absolutely love being a mom. Let me start off by saying that I had my oldest son when I was very, very, very young. And maybe that's a story for another day, but I was 17 when I had my oldest son. I got married the first time at 21, I believe. And then we had 2 more children. We ended up getting a divorce. And honestly, after that, I never planned on getting married again. I never planned on having any more children. I just was like, okay, 3 kids, I'm divorced, I'm not having more kids. But then God sent me my husband, and my desires and my plans for life changed. And so my husband and I had been together for 8 years before we had the baby. We had only been married for a year. We've been together for 7 years before we got married. So we only been married a year before we had JC. And it's honestly one of the best decisions I've ever made. JC is such a blessing to me. She's a blessing to my husband. I honestly cannot imagine my life without JC. I could not imagine my life without any of my kids. And it's funny because I don't have a favorite child. I have a different relationship with each one of my kids. I have a different friendship with each one of the oldest kids. I don't feel like JC's old enough to have a friendship yet, but I have a different friendship with all 3 of my older kids. I know it's a controversial topic as to whether or not, you can't be friends with your kids or whatever. My kids and I genuinely have a genuine friendship outside of our parent-child relationship. They still respect me as their mom. They are not disrespectful because we have a friendship. But I value their friendship so much. But yeah, no, I don't. My husband and I actually, JC was a planned pregnancy, and I will definitely talk about that in another vlog, because I have experienced being a teen mom, having a teenage pregnancy, and having a geriatric pregnancy. And the pregnancy was extremely complicated. And like I said, I'll discuss that in another vlog, because the story is a story of nothing but God's greatness. But I get to experience the best of both worlds. I have an adult child. teenagers, and then of course I have a toddler. And the pro to it is that I'm not dealing with 4 kids or kids within the same age range. Okay. Oh, you have live-in babysitters. Oh, you always have I don't. Okay. I don't. People said it when I was pregnant with JC, and people say it now is, oh, you always have a babysitter. Let me tell you something. I do not play that. But I do not force my teenagers who live in the house with me to watch their sister, because that is not their child. That is not their responsibility. That is my child. That is my husband's child. Have they ever watched their sister? Yes. But my kids have the freedom, and this is also a controversial subject, but it's how I parent my children. If I ever say, I'm just using this for an example, hey, I need to get up and go take a quick shower, can you hold on to your sister? And my kids say, I don't really feel like it. They have the option to tell me no respectfully. They're not obligated. Me and my husband made the decision to have another child. That's not their child, so I don't ever force them to watch. I don't have live-in babysitters. But as I'm pulling up to daycare, I just thought I would have a quick little mommy car chat, and the answer is no. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel for more car chats, more mom talk, for more lifestyle content. Bye bye. See you next time.